Hey guys and girls, welcome to another Sunday afternoon chat. On this fine Sunday afternoon, you'll find me driving down Interstate 40 heading toward Arkansas and then Missouri, heading over to Ridgedale, Missouri, which is where Big Cedar Lodge is. That's right, I'm going to get to go to Big Cedar, one of my favorite places in the whole world. I'll be there with Shell Rotella and O'Reilly Auto Parts at a manager's victory celebration. These managers have won a trip over there to go fishing the next couple of days at Table Rock Lake, fishing out of Long Creek Marina, which I don't know if y'all have been to Long Creek Marina lately, but that's an old marina there in Long Creek. And Johnny Morris bought that marina a couple, 3 or 4 years back and totally remodeled the thing, added some condominiums, added some incredible cabins there, some tent cabins that are just a lot of fun. I mean, it's just amazing. Kind of like going back and camping out, but camping out in luxury. That's what it is. It's just an incredible place. So if you're around the Branson area, it's a great place to stay there at Long Creek Marina. And I've actually stayed in one of those tent cabins and stayed in another cabin there. And my goodness, it's absolutely something. Old refrigerator. I know some of you don't even know what a refrigerator or an ice box is. We used to call them an ice box. But some of you might remember what an ice box was. They think that maybe that's an Orion cooler or something nowadays. But an ice box is really an old refrigerator, and we made your little ice cubes in there, put it up in a little bitty tiny refrigerator. But they're like antique equipment, but it's modern. It's just really amazing. And it's luxury. It really is. But we'll be there the next couple of days fishing with the O'Reilly managers that have won that trip, selling Shell Rotella and Benzol premium products. And 8 of those managers are going to get to fish with me, or going to have to fish with me, however way you want to look at that. But they're on Table Rock Lake. It's kind of a little tournament deal. They're winning some money. I don't win any money, but they're winning some money, winning some prizes. And last year, I fished with a couple of girls. There was 2 girl managers there. O'Reilly's got a lot of girl managers in there, over 5,000 stores around the country. And we actually finished second place. The girls won, several $100s a piece. They were so excited. It was just amazing. Just as excited as if they'd won a big Bassmaster tournament or a FLW tournament or MLF tournament or something. They were really, really excited. But we had a lot of fun. But we're heading over to that event. Be getting over there and having a little dinner with the managers tonight. Be fishing Monday and Tuesday and coming back Wednesday. This past week we had a fantastic week. Just a really good week. One good thing that happened at Twin Eagle Ranch was that it rained. That's right. We got about 3.5 inches of rain, and we really needed the rain. We got 2 inches one night, and then another 1.5 inches the next day. Been getting a lot of rain here in Oklahoma, all over Oklahoma, and it looks like it could rain anywhere outside today. I think I'll probably end up driving in some rain. We might get rained on a little bit out there fishing tomorrow, but you know what I think about that. I do not worry about the rain when I'm fishing, because the fish are already wet. They don't care. Makes no difference to them. And I got somebody coming up from beside me here taking pictures as we drive down the road. I love it when that happens. It happens a lot, because we got an expressway Ram. It's got my name on it, and it's got, Mercury Motors, Ranger Boat, Bass Pro Shops, all kinds of decals all over it. Shell, Rotella, O'Reilly Auto Parts, Superstart batteries. So it's kind of conspicuous in our boat back there. Took my Tracker 195, my Shell Rotella O'Reilly Superstart Tracker 195 to church with me this morning. We have a boat in our church parking lot quite a bit, because a lot of times I leave directly from church, which as I did today. Chris, she goes by and has her a Sonic hot dog, and goes by Walmart and buys her a few groceries for the week, and some mostly buys food for Lucy and Milburn. And she goes home, and I head out on the road wherever I'm going, and this time it's the Table Rock. But we had a great week this week. Got to spend 3 days at the ranch, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We got that rain in there. We got quite a little bit of work done. I actually got a lot of haying done. I did some brush hogging, and we actually started killing grass on our food plots. We got 17 deer plots, probably close to 100 acres deer food plots that we plant, and those are for the deer. Those are for the wild deer, and we kill the grass in those. We go by and spray and kill the grass with a sprayer that we drag behind the tractor. We will come in there in about a week and fertilize that ground, and then we'll come in about a week later and drill some food in there. So we've been working on that this week. Got that done. More people waving. I think this guy's talking to the guy in front because he's talking on the phone. Level energy trucks. You know, these guys are going to work too on Sunday, and but I think he's talking to his buddy up ahead because he stopped and took a picture as they went by too. So that's great. I love it, man. I love it. Honk and holler when you see me out here on the highway. Wave. I love it. I sure do. We took a few pictures with some people from Fairfax, Oklahoma, back there at the Shell station where we gassed up just a few minutes ago. But so anyway, but we've had a good week. I got to spend those days at the ranch. It did rain. We got quite a bit of work done. I got to put a few hours on Chris's new tractor. Plus we used the big brush hog, the 14-footer. That's broke down right now. Our 14-foot brush hog, our big rhino, it's broke down, and we got some parts being made for it this week so we can get that thing running. Big difference in using her little 5-foot brush hog and using that 14-foot brush hog when you got as much stuff to cut as we've got to cut around those pecan trees. By the way, the pecans are just absolutely gorgeous this year. We will start taking orders October 1. So that's just right around the corner, about another week, I guess, or so, or 10 days or something, until October 1. We will start taking orders. We will not ship pecans until November, but you can get your order in ahead of time. We're going to have a lot of pecans. They're going to be the best tasting pecans that you've ever eaten, I promise you. We had two really good events this past week that on a Thursday night, I went over there Thursday morning and had lunch with the guys in LaFleur County, Poto, Oklahoma. A group of men over there from 3 or 4 different churches got together, and they put on a big sportsman's banquet. This is the second year they did it. They hold it at the Civic Center there in Poto, Oklahoma, which is a small town, a great town. I've spoke there at a church before. Now they're taking pictures out on the other side. More pictures being taken. That's all right. That's good. We love it. Be sure you buy some of the products that's written on the side of this truck. That's all I ask right there. So we can keep driving this truck. I'm driving exactly the speed limit, 70 mile an hour. And we got people driving all around, driving 60, driving 80. This guy that's coming up on me right now, taking pictures and waving. The guy behind him is waving, but he's only waving one finger. He's not waving his whole hand. And thank you. I appreciate that. That's the guy in that little Jeep right there. He's waving one finger at me. It's not my fault. It's the guy taking the pictures is kind of blocking the traffic. I'm driving 70 miles an hour on the interstate here. But that event at LaFleur County was really great. They had about almost 700 tickets available. That event did sell out. We had a great evening. They gave away a lot of guns, gave away a lot of bows, gave away a lot of rod and reels, and tremendous evening. Great music. Had a bluegrass band in there. I got to have a dinner with all the guys that afternoon. Great steak dinner out at a recovery ranch where a guy that got a ranch out there that he ministers to recovering alcoholics. Just an incredibly great man. Just does a great job. But we had a great evening there. I spoke, and get this, guys. We had 31 people get saved that night. 31. Now, we had several get saved over Muskogee last Friday night, but 31, 23 adults, 8 kids. And so there's 17 and under was the kids. And it just, I'm going to tell you, the Bible tells us that the angels rejoice in heaven when one person gets saved. So we must have had a legion of angels dancing around up there and jumping for joy. I guarantee I was so excited. I left there about 10 o'clock, got home at 2 o'clock. I drove through my gates at the ranch at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was still fired up, pumped up from seeing so many people accept Jesus as their personal Lord and Savior. It'll change their life. It'll change their life for the better. They will never know a life like they've had in the past. Their life in the future is going to be so fantastic. I get home, I got not any sleep that night, got home about 2 o'clock, got up early the next morning because we had our annual Veterans Day there at our ranch at Twin Eagle. We have brought a handful of veterans from the local veterans home. The veterans home is where just veterans get to go live, and it's not an old folks home, but it's a veterans home, and they have them all over the nation. We have one at Ardmore and one at Sulphur, the two towns closest to me, and we have veterans from both of those homes come out and fish. And we actually built a pier on our lake when the lake went dry. 2015 when that dam broke and we lost our lake. While it was down, we built a pier and we named it the Veterans Fishing Pier, and it has worked out remarkably well. Now, we love that pier and we get a lot of fun out of it all year long, so it's not used exclusively for veterans, obviously, but we built it specifically for them, and it's got a big deck out on the end of it, a 20 by 30 foot deck. We can get them out there in their wheelchairs, and they caught over 100 fish. The bluegill and crappies, all they caught, didn't catch any bass. Bluegill and crappie, they caught over 100 fish. One veteran caught 35, another caught 33. They had a big contest going. Another one caught 18. When you see the look on these guys' face, we shot a video of it, and I don't know how good the video is going to turn out, but we have a picnic for them. We had hot dogs, and they got to meet Lucy and Milburn there at the end. Lucy and Milburn was out running around, but they showed up there at the end during the picnic, and so they got to meet Lucy and Milburn. But it's such an honor for me to get to take these guys fishing and to put a live earthworm on their hook, and to take the bluegill off and get them back out there again and let them catch another one. And one of the guys that said he didn't want to fish, he didn't hardly fish. We finally put a rod and reel in his hand, and we let him use all Jimmy Houston Camo Combo rods. High Tech sent me rods down for them to use in that event, and they were all using those. And one guy didn't want to fish. We finally got him to get a rod and reel. He caught 18. Every time he caught one, he just giggled and laughed and just had a ball. His reaction alone was just so heartwarming to me. My heart was laughing. It wasn't smiling. It was laughing just because of how excited he was getting about catching those bluegill. And it was just a remarkable event. It's such an honor for me. You know, I went through the Vietnam War. I did not go to Vietnam. But those guys are my age. Those veterans are my age. They're guys that went and fought in the Vietnam War when I didn't have to. I did not get drafted during that war. The draft was going on. I had exemptions for going to college and being married and having a young baby, and my exemptions put me a little further down the line, and the draft ended before I got called, or I'd have been right over there with them. But it's such an honor to get to pay those guys back a little bit. Those guys probably did not get the recognition or the honor that they should have got, because that war was such an unpopular war. All wars ought to be unpopular, and they certainly are. But those guys, they went through hell, to be perfectly honest, for our freedom over here, and we ought to honor them all we can. Those guys right now, a lot of them are 70, 75, 80 years old that fought in that Vietnam War, and when you see one of them has got a Vietnam War hat on, or a guy that you think to thank them for it. And if you get a chance to take them fishing like me, that's just a triple honor right there to get to do that. Anyway, guys and girls, that's my Sunday afternoon. We're heading down here. Thank y'all for watching all the videos we did this week. The video of Lucy and Milburn, and the feeding that goes on 3 times a day at our house. That's very, very popular. I know a lot of you shared it with a lot of your friends. Find a video of ours that you really enjoy. Share 2 or 3 of them with your friends. Ask them to go ahead and subscribe to that Jimmy Houston Outdoors YouTube channel. We're about to hit 22,000 subscribers. Gone from about 2,000 back in late February when we fired this whole channel up to about 22,000. So it's all because of y'all. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified. We post videos twice a week, plus our Sunday afternoon chat, so I guess that makes 3. And we will have that Veterans Fishing Day coming up pretty soon. We got 2 or 3 great how-to videos coming up pretty quickly, and we got a little fishing trip with Roland Martin and me fishing up in Minnesota coming up pretty soon. So, you guys and girls, have a great Sunday afternoon. I love you. Later.